All right, let's take a look at some explicit linear examples. Now our explicit linear model is P sub n equals P sub 0 plus dn. P sub 0 is the initial population or size of the whatever you're studying, in this case like library books, or over here barrels of oil. D is the common difference. It's the way that the terms increase or decrease, and n is which term you're looking at. Okay, so as I'm reading through, suppose that a library contains 8,000 books. Now, that would be our P sub 0. And adds 150 books per month, that's D. And the fact that it says adds tells us D will be positive. So we can write the explicit formula already. It is P sub n equals 8,000 plus 150 n. Perfect. Now, if this trend continues, how many books will the library contain in a year? Now, we have to be careful on this problem because D is in months, but here they're looking for years. And years and months, we have to recognize that they're actually looking for n equals 12 when they're talking about in a year. So there's a little bit of a unit conversion involved. So they're asking for P sub 12, not P sub 1. P sub 12 is 8,000 plus 150, and instead of the n value, we're using 12. Now we just need to go to a calculator and see what we get. 8,000 plus 150 times 12 is 9,800. Now, how many books? So the correct unit would be books. Part C. How long will it be before the library contains 18,000 books? Okay, so that 18,000, this is the number of books. This is the P sub n, not the n. We're not looking for 18,000 months in the future. We already know that the initial value for the books is 8,000. That's never going to change in this problem. So this 18,000 is going to go in and replace the entire P sub n. So this would be 18,000 equals 8,000 plus, my pen's slow, I don't know what's going on, plus 150n. Now we need to solve for n. We do our adds and subtracts first. Leaving us 10,000 equals 150n. And now we can do our divide by 150. And we get n equals, let's just calculate it, 10,000 divided by 150. 66.6666, etc. And they want us to round to the nearest month. So that's the whole month. So our 66.6 rounds up to 67. And I don't want to write an equals because this is not equal 67. It's approximately 67 months. Okay, now it's your turn. Go ahead and pause the video and work through the right and see what you come up with. What you should get is R of n equals 1810 minus 17n, or you could have R of n equals 1810 plus, to emphasize the addition, and then just have the D, which was negative 17, in parentheses. Either way, that's great. For part B, you should end up with R14 equals 1,572 billion barrels. And this is where we're using the units billions of barrels as given, or you could choose, let's see, that's thousand, that's million, that's billion. You could write it out all the way, but I would prefer to use the billions of barrels because it keeps me from writing a whole bunch of extra zeros. Part C, you should end up with approximately 106.47 rounded to 2 decimal places years. All right. Hope this helps.